All right, so right now I'm in Duda website builder and I have to add an additional pricing option. So now here's the thing, I have this is a column, this is a column, and this is a column. This is an empty column just to provide space between the two, right? So now the issue is that if I paste something in this column, it's going to throw off the sizes. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to copy this one, copy one of them, right? Well, I actually just copied the entire column, right? And so when I paste it, that's what happens. And so if I just get rid of this extra column here, I get my three. But now they don't have enough space between each of them, right? They don't have enough space. So how do you resolve that? Well, there's a couple of ways. There's a clean way and a kind of, you know, not clean way, right? I mean, you can add, so you can add padding to the columns, right? So if I go to make sure I right click, make sure that says column, and I go to edit design and I go to spacing, right? I can add spacing on the outside, on the margin, right, to give it space on the right where I need it, and on the left where I need it. So let's try that. So let's say 20 for now, right? And then we're going to do the exact same thing on this one. Right click, edit design, spacing, and we're gonna add 20 pixels of margin on the left side. Right now, here's what happens. You see these buttons shifted a bit, right? So let's just recenter. Let's just recenter these. So we got some space in between. Now, and I'll change the details here, but now let's look at how the mobile looks. All right, so now on the mobile one, there's no space between them. So we need to add space on the mobile version. So we're going to right click, edit design. And so you may be wondering, like, if you add spacing on the top here on the mobile, on the mobile, won't it mess up the desktop version? The answer to that is no, and that's because certain changes that you make on mobile will only affect the mobile, right, version of that site. That's how Duda that's how Duda works. Certain other changes will affect both, but certain changes will only affect the mobile version. If you make that change in the mobile, it only affect that version. And one of those changes is spacing, right? So I'm gonna add let's try 20 pixels of margin up top, 20 pixels of margin on the bottom, and that is it. That's pretty much it. I might space those out a little bit more, but just to show you, let's go back to the desktop version and see that there's no change in the top margins here. They're all pretty much how we left them. So now I'm gonna actually add some more spacing. I don't like how close it is together. Just second looks. So let's try 40. See how that looks. 40 there. 40 here. Yeah, that's cool. And then let's go back to the mobile, and I'll probably do the same thing here. instead of the 20. Let's do 4. Oops, that's not what I did. I added this spacing to the middle one. So let's do 40 at the top and 40 at the bottom. Right. All right. So there we go. Now, yeah. So then all that's left to do is just change the details of what your new plan is, and you're good. So that's the basics on how to add a column and then change the spacing on both the desktop and the mobile version. The tablet version is pretty much the mobile version. I don't really look at that much because as soon as I change the mobile, the tablet is changed. Except for a few things, right? You may see a few disparities like this, right, where um, this ended up being a double line, so it moved this button down offline with the others. Things like that, I don't really worry about. It doesn't throw off the entire look of the site, and you know, for tablet users, I mean, they understand that there's a few things that's going to look a little different on their tablet, right? If you're not using mobile and you're not using desktop, tablet is kind of that middle ground where it's like some stuff may look a little weird, but I understand because I'm on a tablet, right? Which is like a really huge phone or a really small computer. It's just weird. So I don't really worry about that much. So that's basically it. If you like this video, please like, comment, subscribe, and look out for more content like this coming your way.